right, welcome back to the Respect Me podcast, featuring myself, Raynon, my co-host Cody, and my other co-host John. How you doing, boys? Let's talk about games, okay? Let's talk about our most anticipated games of 2024. All right, John, you start.
I'm starting. All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know. Most of my games, I'm just going to tell you right now. Like, I looked at the calendar year for 2024 for PC, for PS5, Switch, and all that, and they're all Japanese. Every single one of them. Is that weird? Every single one is a Japanese game.
All of them?
I think so. Okay, so all right, I'll start with in third place. All right, my first of the most anticipated game is the one I've been waiting for freaking 7 years. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, wait.
You ready for this?
Can we guess?
Yeah, try to guess. All right, try to guess.
Persona 3.
No, it's gonna get an honorable mention. I'll talk about Persona, but no, it's not part of the top three.
Is it Visions of Mana?
No.
They're all Japanese.
Is Dynasty Warriors releasing another game?
No,
Is it Final Fantasy 7?
In third place, Raiden.
No. Oh, I know it is.
What is it?
Is it Dragon's Dogma 2?
Nope.
Jesus. Okay.
You guys ready?
Is it that like Grand Blue game?
That's right, Raiden. Grand Blue Fantasy Relic. It is time.
I knew it.
This game, Cody, I don't know if you know anything about this game, but
I don't know
it was
anything.
announced last generation. Like, I'm pretty sure it was announced like at the early days of the PS4 generation. It was supposed to be developed by Platinum Games. They make like they made like Nier, they made Bayonetta, they've made like a bunch of other like really great action games. And then this other company called Side Games, they make mobile games. Because I don't know if you know anything about Grand Blue, but apparently in Japan it's like it was, I don't know if it still is, but it was like the hit like property for a certain long time. So, and it's like a very popular like a phone game, like one of those like, you know, those gacha games, those like I'm not painting a pretty picture here, but
Like
it's
it
one of
plays
those
by itself. You just
plays
log
by
in.
itself. You
You
pay
just get
like
30 waifus on your screen.
exactly. You're paying hundreds of dollars to hopefully get the one character you want type of thing. Well, they decided they're gonna make like a AAA non-pay to win, like full-fledged RPG game on PS5. So this game's coming out. It's gonna be kind of like an action RPG where you're going through a storyline, but you can also play multiplayer with your friends, like up to 4 players. So the multiplayer mode is like separate, and it's kind of being described kind of like a Monster Hunter type of game.
Okay.
Like, this game could be garbage. It's been in development hell for so long, but just out of curiosity, you know, it's one of those games where I've been like, I saw trailers for so many years to come that like I was like, it has to be decent. It has to be just okay, at least.
Yeah.
And like,
I was kind of excited for it too.
it's finally coming. Like, we're gonna have a demo for it, so we're gonna know if it's like we're gonna know within like a couple weeks or something if it's like okay, it's at least pretty decent. And then like it comes out, I think first week of February. But yeah, I think it has high production values, cool anime graphics. The one thing that did turn me off a little bit is I saw the gameplay of it. The voice acting is I don't know about the voice acting.
Did they do English or?
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
English dub?
English dub, kind of like the English dub from like back in the days, man. I don't know how to describe it, but back in
Like
the days,
overacting, kind of?
Exactly. Yeah, which I roll my eyes at. But
yeah, I'm not a fan of it myself.
I might have to play with like Japanese dub. It might be one of the few times where I decide to do that. But
Yeah.
I say keep an eye out. I know you guys are skeptical of this one. You guys are like, what the hell is this thing, you know? Like, I would just watch a video on YouTube or something. I think you should keep an eye out for that one.
I think I liked what I saw when I originally seen it.
Yeah. I think it's like it could be pretty surprising. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Console game.
That's my number 3. That's my
All right. Well, Cody, let's hear your number 3.
You know, I had a really hard time coming up with you know, games that got me getting really excited.
Got your fucking little willy nice and stiff.
It's like
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, it's like grasping at straws for me.
How come?
Like, quite honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not like my big franchises I care about. They're not back really. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, for the most part, there's going to be. I think there's going to be. You know, I think we can all say there's some games that are just universally anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm trying to find things like personally, it's like, man, I don't know. Like I want to say Hades 2.
I knew you were gonna say that one. I
know,
knew you
but
were
like,
gonna
that's
say
your number
Hades
3?
2.
It
Numbers,
wouldn't be my number 3. The thing is, I don't even know if it's gonna come out.
Yeah,
So,
next year, eh? It's
like,
It's gotta, man.
I think
I don't know.
it is. I think it is.
That's a money
Maybe
making
early
machine.
access. Maybe
I think,
early
I
access.
think exactly like the first one, right? Like I think so. Yeah.
So
I agree.
like,
with you.
that's not like fully out though. You know.
We can count it. You want to talk
Yeah.
about Hades?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you-
If it is coming out, then it would be my number 1 though.
Yeah.
So if I want to like think of something that is not quite to that excitement level for me,
Right.
man, I don't know. Like maybe Alone in the Dark. I don't know.
Alone in the
Alone in
dark.
the dark. That is the most.
What the
random-
Is that random?
Very random.
That is random as hell, man. I completely forgot about that game even existed.
But that's what I mean. Like it's I don't know. It's like survival horror, right?
Right.
But yeah,
It's
I don't
pretty
really.
budget. I don't want to judge it too harshly, but it looks pretty budget, man. That's
I know.
It's your pick. I'm not gonna.
It's not my pick, honestly. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing. Maybe nothing really gets me that excited. Like, there's some things I think are interesting. Like, okay, Dragon's Dogma 2 is kind of interesting.
Right.
You know, the first one didn't really grab me, but maybe this next one, you know, they've kind of give us something a little more complete.
Right.
You know, it's bigger budget. You know, it could be cool. Persona 3 Reload. You know, that's another. I know, John, you're gonna go into that one. Like that for me, like, yeah, I never played it before, so that's cool. But it is a remake, essentially,
Yeah.
right? So like new games though, like, man, it's tough. I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll tell you a game that looks cool.
All right.
Skate Story.
What's
yeah.
that? I don't know what that is.
It's
Let me look this
essentially it's like a skateboarding game.
Yeah.
But you're going through like these different levels of like hell, and that's pretty much it. Like it's just a visually interesting.
This was
thing.
announced 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Holy
it's been
smokes.
in development hell apparently.
Yeah.
It looks cool. It's made by Devolver Digital.
Good stuff, man.
They make good stuff. So like I think this could be cool. It could be fun.
Visually, it looks amazing.
Yeah, like
It really
I
stands out.
think this is something that we could maybe enjoy for a time. I don't know how big of a game it'll actually end up being.
Mm-hmm.
And how much like, you know, staying power it will have, because, you know, I do kind of value games I can like keep going back to. But I don't know if it's got the replay value. This could be a pretty cool game.
It looks like a solid pick to me.
I don't really know too much about like when it will come out, if it is,
Yeah.
because it's been delayed a bunch of times apparently. So
Have you played any skateboarding games recently?
like actual skateboarding games?
Yeah. There's the Ollie Ollie or something. People like that. Those
Yeah,
ones a
Ollie
lot.
Ollie World was kind of cool. That one's 2D. I used to play like Skate a lot. Like
Right,
those,
yeah.
those games back in the day, like Skate 1, 2, 3.
Right. Yeah.
But those were more of just like sort of real world skating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're just trying to like do tricks and you're in a park, you know, or like different like it's not there's no style to it really, other than the actual, you know, gameplay, which was good. It was the gameplay was really really well executed on those games. I liked being able to use both sticks on the controller to kind of control basically your character's feet.
Mm.
It made you feel like you're actually more skateboarding. You're not just like tapping A to do an ollie or you know, B to do a kickflip. Like you have to actually like execute the sticks in the right way. So there's a bit of a learning curve. So it'd be cool if this Skate Story game kind of employs a similar difficulty to like the skating, but
Yeah.
it looks like it has a lot of other things going on. So
Yeah, it looks like a solid pick. I know that they're trying to bring Skate back or something like in free to play, but I don't know how that's going. I don't think it's EA. So, but
Yeah.
they also I heard the Tony Hawk game was pretty good. Like they remade.
oh yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
remade it
way
right
back.
I think they remade 1 and 2 recently, a couple of years ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, apparently it's really good. That is what I heard. But all right, that's a solid pick.
Yeah.
Raynon?
Yeah, what's your third?
Yeah.
Well, you guys
we're
want to
gonna-
know about my third pick?
Yes, Raiden. Let's go.
What?
What is it?
All right, so my third pick, number 3 on my list, Rise of the Ronin.
Oh,
I had a
what?
feeling.
Rise of the
Ronin.
Ronin. That's right.
Oh, Rise of the Ronin.
Something about it,
Okay.
man. I don't know. Team Ninja. Fuck, man. It's gonna be like an open world. I don't know, man. I know people are sick of samurai like ninja games, man. Not me. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
You know
What do you
I mean?
think this one will bring you to
Yeah,
the table?
what's new with this one?
Man, I don't know. It just seems more modern. There's more of a modern vibe to it because he's got he's got like a flying machine and like a grappling hook and shit. Like it looks.
It's
I will say
supposedly
it doesn't seem like there's
Ito.
demons. Yeah, no demons or anything. It seems to be
Whatever,
like
that's fine.
That's good. I'm saying that might be cool. Like that it's
so
Yeah.
like
Rounded.
Ghost of Tsushima.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tsushima was like that.
And I loved Ghost of Tsushima.
How is this different than Ghost of Tsushima?
You know what, Cody? I don't know, but
And it's made by Team Ninja, right?
yeah, they made your favorite game Wulong.
Yeah. Totally.
But they also made Neo 1 and 2, which
Yes,
were
yes,
awesome.
they did.
Awesome games.
Yeah. So is it? Are we hoping that this is a return to form for?
Is it
Team
going to be
Ninja?
another Wulong or is it going to be a Neo? You know what I mean? Like, who's to say?
I feel like it's going to be along the lines of like the quality of Neo compared
Yeah,
to Wulong.
I think so.
As much as we didn't like Wulong, I think there's factors with it. I think it being on Game Pass makes me think like because Game Pass is kind of used as like for a lot of developers, it's kind of like a guarantee that the game's going to be a success, right? They kind of put it on Game Pass so that like they get money from Microsoft, but they didn't do that with like Neo and stuff like that. So I just think like this one, it's exclusive to so PlayStation put their backing on it. Like, I'm pretty sure they funded part of it. So I think it's going to be really good. That's what I think.
I think so too.
I just hope we don't feel burned out by the samurai aspect.
Yeah.
That's my
Man,
opinion.
I don't care, man.
Okay.
Raiden, you need to care. You can't just be a goddamn samurai simp your whole life.
What do you mean?
Yes,
You could be you're gonna be a Hades simp your whole life, so I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's one game franchise. It's not
The
all
thing
of them.
about Team Ninja is I know the combat's going to be really good, but like it'd be nice to have a good story as well, like an actual like a story that because Neo and like I like those games, but like I don't know the story.
Yeah,
I know.
Neo 1 was at least because you were playing as what's his face, the white guy.
William,
yeah.
He's like the explorer. Was he an explorer
Right.
or something?
Yeah, he was something.
He was something.
A
White guy in Japan land.
Japan for some reason.
Right.
At least there was that,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as cool. If you don't identify with the character, then it's kind of not as good, I suppose.
Yeah.
But that's why Neo 2, I guess maybe people prefer that one over that because you make your own character, which I think is cool.
Yeah, he's
It's
making
cool.
It's also the
character's
story
giant fucking titties,
suffers
man.
from it, I think.
Jeez. But also, I thought maybe in Neo 2 the other characters stood out more. Like I like that monkey guy. What's his name? I can't remember his
That's
name.
fucked
He was
up,
cool.
dude.
He was a cool
What did you
character.
call
don't
him?
have to- that's what they call him, the Monkey King or something. I don't know. Whatever, man.
Wow.
The Monkey King? I don't remember this.
I don't remember.
I
his
don't
name.
see people like
that's the
that,
thing with
man.
Neo 2. I don't remember fucking anything about it.
I remember the
I remember
bosses.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was cool bosses. Yeah,
Very cool bosses.
yeah.
All right, we're getting off track here.
All right.
All right,
right.
let's hear your number 2, John.
Oh, it's my number 2.
Yeah, what's your
All
number
right.
2?
So number 2. So kind of like I feel like the opposite of Cody. Cody says that he had a hard time making a list. I had too many, man, to put it into three
Really?
games. So
I can only come up with 3 games, so let's hear it.
What? Okay, all right. So for my second game, it has to be
Final Fantasy 7.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh.
It has to be Dragon's Dogma 2. As you guys know, I love the original game.
You love Capcom. You love running
love
Capcom's dick.
Capcom. Love RE Engine.
Right.
Love the. Okay, so of course, going into it, I love Dragon's Dogma 1. It wasn't perfect by any means, but
Nope.
It's a lot of fun. It was a great combat system, epic boss fights. There's just some things that could have been done better, like the story could have been more interesting, and the Yes, like quests. Like if you're doing side quests, it could have been like much more involved or something like that. But besides that, like the actual playing of it was phenomenal. It was
The
incredible.
gameplay was really good. Yeah.
It was great. It was like so many different classes, so many different ways to play it, and
I think
don't know,
the
it was
pawn
just-
system as well.
Pawn system was cool, man. It's kind of like, of course, you miss having like a multiplayer, but it was cool that like your friends could download one of your pawns, and like it would be kind of like that pawn could help them throughout their game and
Yeah,
stuff.
like,
So
over here, Risen, there is a monster. And he's about to ambush you. Like, oh shit, thanks, man. Thank you.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I think my only issue with what I've seen of the second one is I think it looks a lot like the first one.
It does.
So like I feel like it might just. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's going to like satisfy the people who already like Dragon's Dogma. I just don't know if it can get the skeptical ones,
Right. Yeah.
people
What's
as well.
gonna bring me in?
Yeah, exactly. Like they've done games like Monster Hunter World where they were able to like satisfy both like newcomers and old fans alike, and I just hope that happens with this one too, because it's I think it could be a really great franchise. So. And Capcom is just they're on a roll, so
Oh, yeah.
I have no doubt that it's going to be great. I just hope that they can kind of like address some of my concerns with the first one, but it kind of feels like they might be doubling down. Like, so if you like Dragon's Dogma 1, man, you're going to love this one. But
Yeah.
it remains to be seen. But I have no doubt that it's going to be great. But the environments and stuff, they do look a lot like the original game. That's another thing I'm a bit concerned about. Like
To me, it looks eerily similar to Monster Hunter.
yeah, but
In,
it
like,
always has
gameplay.
been. The first one was like that too, but it has kind of like that adventure spirit about it. So like Monster Hunter, you're just kind of going on missions, right? And you're taking down monsters. But this one, you're going on a RPG quest, right? And you have a party, and the thing that makes it a lot like Monster Hunter is just the fights are very like your attacks are very deliberate. You're not just mashing buttons. You kind of have to like think your way through fights and be strategic. And if you make an attack and it's like leaves you open, you're gonna be punished for it. You know, things like that. I don't know. I think this one looks. They did add some stuff. Like there's some cool physics stuff I saw. There's a lot of like cool new classes. Yeah, we'll see. I think it's gonna be a good game for sure.
I think so too.
Okay.
So I think easily my second. My second game.
Okay, well, I can already determine what your most anticipated game of the year is going to be now.
We'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Cody, let's hear your second most anticipated game of the year.
Oh boy. Well, I was grasping at straws already for the for number 3. But not.
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if I had a least anticipated game, that would be it. Yeah, you know, like, okay, well, obviously,
God damn it, Cody, spit it out.
I got, like, fuck, man, nothing. I got nothing, okay? 2024 is gonna suck balls.
Oh my god.
Shit. Here.
Oh, shit. Okay, so we got Skate Story in Hades, that's it.
I am not excited. Okay, you know what? I guess my number 2, which would be John's number 1,
Okay.
is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah.
What? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Wow.
eh? So
Yeah.
Why are you excited for that one?
Okay, obviously I'm excited because it is more Final Fantasy VII, and the remake absolutely slapped.
It did.
For some people,
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, Rainen, you're on drugs, man.
Shut the fuck up.
You'll never be happy. If that one did do it for you, man, you'll never be happy.
I don't know,
That's all I
man.
can
Final
tell you.
Fantasy is a losing streak for me lately. So
Holy moly! Okay, chill
All right, but
out.
anyway, all right.
Okay, Final
I'll get
Fantasy.
to it
Have you
later.
seen much of this one? Have you seen much of this new one, Cody?
Yeah. I've watched a few trailers here and there. I've seen a little bit of gameplay. It looks cool. I'm more excited about it from a story standpoint, just to see where they take it. And I know it's, going to continue the divergence from the original,
Yeah.
which is interesting. I like that. I don't need to see the same story over again. I don't mind that they're, taking things in a different direction. I think they're going to improve upon the combat from the last one.
What do you mean?
While it was,
I thought it was perfect. They guys love the perfect combat.
No, okay. The combat was fun if you
Go on.
it gets funner the longer you play, if that makes sense.
Like with more, like when you get like better swords and like better skills and shit.
Kind of, but also just like you're more familiar
With the
I
system.
think certain characters are more fun than others, like full stop. Like
Yeah.
like Barrett isn't fun.
No, he's not.
Barrett's very boring.
Very
to
boring.
play as. Cloud's okay, but Tifa and Aerith, for me, were like the funnest characters to play as.
Yeah.
So the downside with that was I found myself mostly just playing as Tifa or Aerith,
Yeah, me too.
and then I wasn't really using the other characters. It didn't feel as much as a party game as the old one. You know, turn-based combat, you get to use each character.
Oh man.
This was kind of more. 70% of the time I'm, Aerith, and then 20% of the time I'm Tifa, and then the other little bits I just use them when I need them, kind of thing.
You'd hate Final Fantasy 16 then.
That was shots fired.
Yeah, I haven't played 16, so I can't comment on that one. But I think remake is it's gonna be good. It's gonna be big. I'm excited to see what happens with Sephiroth and what shenanigans he gets up to.
Yeah, what a silly guy.
What's what's Cloud gonna do? Is our girl Aerith? What's gonna happen?
What do you
Like
mean?
it's mostly story related things that I'm interested in. And then a little bit of the gameplay. I also am hoping. I know they've already obviously kind of made it clear that this can be more of an open RPG style game.
Yeah.
How big is the sandbox? What
yeah.
is the sandbox?
Yeah.
What does that entail? Is it just like Final Fantasy 12 where it's like, okay, there's these really wide open areas where there's a lot of different paths, but at the end of the day, you're going to get kind of squished into where you're supposed to go,
Right.
Like you can go right for as long as you want, but eventually it's going to make you turn left. Is it that kind of sandbox? Like because like the last one was very linear. Like
Yeah.
as linear can be, basically. There was 2 chapters I think where you could do side quests.
Yeah.
And that was it. And they weren't even like good. So
Yeah.
there was a lot to improve on with the last one, but I think the big things they got right. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like it's definitely hype. John, do you want to add anything onto this? Because I know it's your number one.
We don't know that. Let's go through the order and we'll see.
Yeah, jeez.
Okay. I made my case.
Yeah, don't ruin the
Alright.
surprise.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. I think it's Rain's turn now, right?
Yeah. Let's hear what Rain's got. It.
You guys want to know what my number 2 is? What?
Yes, Rain. Let it out.
So for my number 2, I was kind of deciding on whether or not it should be number 1 or 2, and it's Persona 3 remake.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
all right.
That's right. Finally. Finally, you see what it is, what the light rated. You finally see the light. Let's hear it.
Man, I don't know, just like because I never really got a chance to play the third one, and now that it's being remade, definitely made me want to revisit it. Because I do, even though like I wasn't a huge fan of the new Shimigami Tensei game.
You're 5, right?
Yeah,
on
it was
the
alright.
Switch.
I'm very looking.
I agree.
I think I much prefer the Persona series over Shimigami Tensei, honestly.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be honest.
I think, especially if the problem with the recent Shin Megami Tensei is the storyline. There wasn't much of a storyline where.
No.
But Persona, that's what they specialize in.
I know.
They have
And the characters,
storyline.
man.
They have the character. The characters are so good.
Yeah, like all the chemistry you have to build with like all your classmates and like all your what do they call them in the game?
Social links,
Something
or
like that, right?
Confidants.
Confidants.
They used to be called. Yeah, they used to be called social links.
Right.
It's probably what it's going to be called in this one.
Yeah, I like doing that as much as I liked going into the dungeons, and it was all part of the fun of the game. Honestly, it was kind of hard getting into a rhythm of things in the beginning, but like once you did, it was a lot better. I'm expecting a lot of the same old from this one now for the Persona 3 remake. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm looking
something
forward.
that like was so cool about the original game. I don't know. It sounds a bit silly, but like how you're like you're going to school or whatever and all that stuff, and sometimes you'd have nights where you have to go to the dungeon, like, because you're kind of like under a bit of a time crunch in this one compared to 5. And sometimes your friends would be like, I'm busy, man, like I can't come with you to the dungeon. And there's nothing, and it made them like, I don't know, it sounds stupid, but it made it seem like they had like lives going on.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean? We got a dungeon to do.
Like, no, man, I got an exam tomorrow.
I got exams. I gotta go to bed early tonight.
It's
what?
hilarious. But no, Persona 3 is like a phenomenal game. I think if the remake, like, there's no way they can screw that up. Like, I could see you liking it even better than 5. It's very possible.
Yeah, but everyone loves 3 apparently, so
it's awesome.
I can see why it's being remade.
It's so dark compared to 5. It's very bleak. It's not as, I would say it's not as, there's happy moments, but it's a bleaker game, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your number 1, eh?
That's my number 2.
Oh, number two, and it's coming out soon, man. It's like, man, I'm telling you, February, like early next year is stacked.
Yeah,
it's stacked because all the games we've talked about so far, a lot of them are coming during that time. Like Grand Blue, the game I talked about before, coming out around that time.
That's right.
Persona coming out the same day as Grand Blue. So that's going to be a freaking hassle for me to having to juggle both of these. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out, like, I think in March. So it's pretty stacked.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. All right. I think it's someone's number 1. Whose number 1 is it?
Oh, geez, I wonder who.
What?
Yeah.
All right. My number 1, it had to be it. It had to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well. It had to be.
Wow.
Go into it. Let's hear it.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've had this like kind of like feeling about this one where I want to be excited for it, but I'm already dreading completing it. If that makes any sense, you know?
Yeah.
I know what you
Because
mean.
because I know that it's not gonna be like the final game,
Yeah.
right? And I have to wait like another 4 years for the next game. Like, it's kind of like, it's not killing my hype, but it's kind of like making me want to get less excited for it. Even though I know it's going to be great, I'm going to love it, but I'm going to eventually be done with it, and then it's another freaking at least 4 years before we're getting the final game. And like, that's kind of a, but at the end of the day, I think it's Final Fantasy VII Remake, as I've told you guys a million times, it's probably one of the best games I've ever played. Right? It's
Let's hear more. Let's hear more about your Final Fantasy VII Remake experience.
It surpasses the original. It's the best battle system the series has ever had. It should be the battle system that we have going forward for mainline Final Fantasy games. I know it's linear. Like, I understand that it's linear, but for me, like, that's what the Midgar part of Final Fantasy VII was. It is supposed to be linear and fast-paced, so it makes sense for Rebirth to be the game that's more open and a lot more freedom. So they're saying they're taking cues from Witcher. That's what they were saying. They're talking about in interviews, like they're trying to make the side quest more fleshed out. But that is also my concern with the game. So the game is supposed to be, like, if you do everything, like 100 hours long. And like, I just hope it's not a lot of like padding, you know.
Bullshit,
I hope like the side quest that they're adding is like interesting and like adds to the Final Fantasy VII world. So, and it doesn't feel like they're just adding quests for the sake of it, just like completion markers. I just hope it's like actual worthwhile stuff to do. That's my only concern about the game, because we know that, like, I think, but I don't want to spoil it, but by the time this game is done, it's only like what, disc 1 or something of Final Fantasy VII, the original game. We still have disc 2 and 3. So to me, I'm just worried that they're going to take this part of the gameplay and stretch it out as long as possible.
Yeah,
you know, that's my only concern about it.
They're like creating a Final Fantasy universe inside the Final Fantasy universe with this series.
Exactly.
They're like, okay, FF7, it's our biggest hit. Let's make another fucking 8 games out of one game.
It's crazy. Yeah. They made side games, they made movies, they made anime things.
That's
so
right.
It's crazy, but
they're milking the fuck out of it.
It deserves it. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah. So far,
absolutely.
they haven't disappointed.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
But like you said, the big thing is just, it's just excruciating knowing that it's not gonna be the end product. Like, you're not gonna get the full thing yet.
Yeah, exactly.
and
it'll be a full game on its own, but
and, well, that's the thing with Final Fantasy VII Remake. It had a lot more finality to it than the Midgar experience did on the first edition.
For sure, yeah,
right.
I
because
agree
you had
that.
the whole Sephiroth thing, and whatever else was going on.
Yeah, they might do that too with this one, eh? Make it seem like
that's
it's more of a complete game as well. Yeah. I agree. And I don't know, man. I don't know how you can play this combat system. Like Raiden's always, Raiden's never good. I thought, so you guys didn't like playing as Barret, eh?
No.
I thought playing as Tifa is probably the most fun in
It
the
is.
game. I agree with that one.
Yeah,
but I thought
great.
Cloud was great too.
No,
I
Cloud's
thought
fun because he feels strong.
he feels, man, there's something about the way they make that Buster Sword it feels heavy, man. You know, it feels like it's the feedback on it when you're like swinging that thing.
I know,
man,
but I felt like I was using only the Buster Sword and nothing else. Like I didn't really want to play with the other swords as much, you know.
You should have, because they have different skill trees.
I know.
You didn't do that?
Yeah, the skill trees were
did.
fun.
Like,
I
I fucked
enjoyed
around
that.
with them a little bit, but like,
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to
By the
Old
end-
Faithful. You know what I mean?
I know. But by the end, I think I was using a different sword by the end.
Is,
Because,
is it kind of like Final Fantasy 16 where it just like increases the damage points by like 2 every time?
No.
I love that system so much.
It's been a while since I played Remake, but there was like the way they made it. Like you could go back to using the Buster Sword, even like because the other swords they had their strength and weaknesses. So
Did you know that, Cody? In Final Fantasy 16, when you get a new sword, it looks fucking awesome, man. It's like a new like boss sword after you kill a boss. It looks fucking amazing. And
Yeah.
guess what? It has like 2 extra fucking damage points in the old sword that you were using.
And it feels the same.
It's exactly the same.
When we
That's
could go
amazing.
on,
Oh,
I feel
man.
like me and Rainen could duke it out over Final Fantasy 16.
I don't know how
for
you
an
can
hour
defend.
if we
I
went.
don't know how you can defend that, but okay, let's keep going.
What? I have come around to it. I think you'd be surprised what I think of Final Fantasy 16 now. I have
you
like,
actually you're not as
You're not riding
high on it as
fucking-
you once were.
all right.
Huh?
Here's what I will say about Final Fantasy. I think Remake is just straight up better. I just think it's better in every way.
I can
I
agree
really
with
do.
that.
Most people would agree,
Yeah.
probably.
It's not even.
100%.
I think it's not even close. But it's because Final Fantasy 16. It's a great game. It's a fun game. But like they gave up the RPG. They gave it up.
Yeah.
And like they could have found a way to make it so that it's fun to fight, like so it doesn't have to be turn based like older Final Fantasy, but it could have also had like the depth, the strategic RPG depth that
Is there depth?
makes it. It has depth.
It
in
does
its, like
not.
combat in the fighting.
doesn't.
Like it does.
It doesn't.
But it doesn't have like status elements. It doesn't have like meaningful loot. It doesn't have like
Everything is just numbers.
like, it's not exciting when you get like a new equipment.
Not at
like
all.
Rainen said, it's not exciting. It doesn't have that like you know when you're playing like even I know we're not too hot on Diablo these days, but even like or I think Baldur's Gate 3 was really good at this. Do you know when you got like a cool like weapon or armor in Baldur's Gate 3, doesn't it feel like substantial?
Yes.
Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
felt like you didn't get them all the time, but when you did get a really good one, you'd be like, holy shit!
yeah,
Like,
and you're like, cool.
should I even have this?
I know.
Like it's like is it like
It's
am
just
I
so
gonna
much
break
power.
the game? Yeah. I really wanted 16 to have some of that, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I feel like Final Fantasy 7, this new remake series is like more of what I want in a new Final Fantasy game. So, yeah, number 1 easily.
Okay, cool. All right, well let's hear about your number 1, Cody.
Well, I think we all know if it does actually come out, my number 1, well, in any form, Hades 2,
Hades
Hades
2.
clearly
2.
the best game that will potentially come out
Damn.
in 2024.
Have you watched gameplay from Hades 2? We saw a
they
little
haven't
bit of
released
it.
much.
I saw something of it. So
Um,
you play as like a new character, right, in this one?
yeah, you're
Who do you know? Is she a
Hades-
character from?
It's his daughter, apparently.
You're joking, really? Oh wow!
Yeah, the princess of the underworld. What's her
Oh.
name? What name did they give her?
I didn't know who the character was.
Yeah. I can't remember her name. I'll have to look it up. Either way, it's gonna be bigger, better than the first one. The first one was Game of the Year when it came out.
Oh, I'm watching the gameplay trailer now. I'm seeing the guy like chained is the main character from the original game, isn't it?
Was it Agrias?
Yeah, I think so. I see him. I see someone like he has the kind of like, what do you call it? The thing he has on his head. He looks much older.
Gameplay trailer. Is
Yeah,
that not the old one that came out a year ago?
No, it says Hades 2 PC gaming show trailer. It came out 4 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
It's only 30 seconds. Check that out. I think.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing it.
You see
No, yeah, this looks pretty similar to what we've seen already.
Do you see the guy there chained? Is
That's
that?
I think it's her.
Oh, it's Hades.
That's
Hades.
Yeah, that's Hades.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
yeah. I think there's a different story here because she's the first one you were going against, like, you know, the typical gods, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
well, you had them like aiding you on your ascent, right?
Right.
So this one is going to feature like a whole new set of gods. So like
Okay.
you're going to have like probably like even more interactions than the first game. The first game had a lot.
It really
Like,
did.
there's so much replay value with the first game,
Mhm.
and there's people still out there playing this game. They've put like thousands of hours into it.
Like you.
No, I haven't played it that much. I played it a lot, but not that
it was much. I think at least more than me and Rainy combined.
Easily.
At least.
100%.
Easily.
For sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. 100%. But it's just so fun, and the gameplay is just so immediate, and it's so addicting, and you know it feels so good, and the variety is incredible, and you know there's just no reason to doubt Supergiant Games. Every single thing they put out has been an absolute banger. I've been a fan since Transistor. I know Bastion came out before that, but yeah, Transistor was great. I enjoyed Pyre as well. That one was a little weirder. I don't know if as many people played Pyre, but it's basically the best basketball game that's come up in the past like 10 years.
Yeah.
But no, Hades 2, if it comes out, is going to absolutely slap. You know, the story, the music, it has everything. You know, everything we want in a game, this game has it. I don't think anything else can come close when it comes to like reputation and like credibility, and you know we all enjoyed the first one. There's no question marks here. It just needs to come out. You know, that's just the big thing is when.
It's like it's great to hear Cody excited about a game. You know?
I know.
Yeah, this one gets me pretty hard.
Yeah. That's good. That's good, buddy. I'm glad.
Because you know,
Here's your
you know, it's just with a game like Hades, it's like it's great because you can sit down and you can play it for half an hour and you feel like you accomplished something. You know, and it was fun. You know, it was engaging. Or you can sit down and play it for 5 hours and you still feel you had just as much fun. It was just as engaging.
Mhm.
So like for me, it like hits that dopamine so well, and like it just the gameplay experience is pretty well second to none on from like a time investment standpoint. You know, if you're a casual gamer or if you're like more hardcore, depending, you know, someone like myself, I don't always have that much time to play games anymore. So for me to dive into like a big RPG title, like Final Fantasy VII or something, I need to have like, you know, maybe a couple hours at a time to like get into it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to like drop it mid quest or boss battle or something. But Hades provides that you know, sort of a shorter playthrough time, but you know, you're always accomplishing something. It never feels like a waste.
Pick up and play.
Yeah.
Yeah, great pick up and play, but also long-term value because it has the story, it has the you know, the character development, it has those RPG elements, you know, the unlocks, you know, you get to increase your abilities and, you know, different weapons and you know, modifiers and things like that. So I think, you know, they did so many things right with the first one, and they only improve with each game they make. So this is their first sequel. Man, I think it's gonna be. This is to me is like a AAA title. like The fact that I got the Hades, I think I paid $25 for it. Dude, that's mind blowing.
It's a steal.
It's dude, the value for that is like crazy compared to like a lot of AAA games nowadays. Like imagine that. That's like 4 Starfields.
Yeah, no, it's
or like
it's
you'd have to buy Hades 4 times to get 1 Starfield. Yeah. But yeah, that's my most anticipated game for 2024 if it comes out. If it doesn't come out in 2024, it's my most anticipated game for 2025.
You know what I thought was another contender for you, but we just don't know if it's going to come out. But what Silk Song? I thought,
yeah, 100%.
I thought that would be another one.
Man,
Silk Song is hype, but I'm pretty sure it's not coming out next year.
How could it not come? Like, dude, they announced this game like forever ago.
I know. Like the title has been announced for God knows how long.
It's
yeah. That one I've kind of lost a bit of
steam, eh?
Yeah, that one's lost steam because it's just been hanging around for so long. Like
they announced it too soon or something.
Yeah, they I don't know. Like Hollow Knight was awesome, absolutely, probably one of the best Metroidvanias ever made. But yeah, they just need to. I don't know. Like I need to get excited again. They need to give us a release date.
Yeah,
because Silk Song, if it's anything like the first one, yeah, same as Hades. It will be. It should be great. But yeah, don't know what's going on with that one.
Yeah, I think is it Rainan? You have one more?
Yeah, I got one more. Do you want to hear it?
I'm curious what this is because if
I don't know what it is.
7, I'm like, what
do we
the
try to
fuck
guess?
is
Yeah, you guys could try to
What
guess.
could it be?
You guys will never guess
Alright,
it,
so-
but okay.
Really?
Okay, well, never. So we probably didn't mention it today.
No.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Go on.
Fuck, I think I know what it is.
Unannounced Pokemon game.
No.
I think I know what it is.
Do it.
Rainan's talked about these games before.
What?
Okay.
And he's the only one who's played them.
Oh my god, you might actually guess it.
Is it Vampire the Masquerade
Oh man,
Bloodlines
that was
2?
giving my honorable mention.
That game is not coming out this year.
No, it's supposed to be coming out. It's supposed to be coming out in the fall of next year. That was my honorable mention, but that was a good guess.
Oh,
That game is developed by
it's
hell.
not
Like
that. Is it Prince of Persia?
no
Dude,
way.
how'd you know?
No,
it's
it's
not.
not. Fuck, okay, thank God.
Guys,
Black Myth Wukong.
how did you guys not guess this, guys? Are you guys
Princess Peach.
So we know
Showtime?
for a fact that it's coming out in 2024. Whatever you're thinking,
Of course,
it's confirmed.
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 Yeah. What the hell could it be? It's not Tekken 8. You don't care about Tekken.
Yeah.
It's not Yakuza. You don't care about that.
You guys just keep go down the whole fucking line until
Kind of. We gotta keep reading.
Helldiver.
fuck no.
Oh my God! Is it Wolf Among Us 2?
Yes,
Oh,
What
really?
the hell?
Rain, that's not a game.
Wolf Among Us 2. Let's go.
What? It needs a sequel. It needed a sequel.
Yes.
It's not a
And-
game.
Oh, Wolf Among Us too. I don't know. For a second, I thought you were talking about those. What's that game people were playing during the pandemic?
Oh, Among Us?
Yeah, that's what I thought he was talking about.
No, man, this is way cooler
No,
than
I-
Among Us.
So, you don't even like these types of games, really, don't you? Ray? I didn't think you
Dude, I
like
was
those
so
kind of
into
adventures.
these games when they came out.
Yeah, but not so much anymore. The recent
No,
ones,
because they all
haven't really
stink,
been
man.
hitting. Yeah, they all
They all
stink.
stink. They're all stinkers.
Is this the Return of the King?
Man, it better be, man. I'll be fucking furious if this one doesn't slap.
I don't know if it's confirmed. Dude, I've heard Telltale has been in a lot of... They have not been in good shape.
I know.
Yeah, what
You
are
would
they
be
doing?
lucky if you ever get this game.
This
That's what I
isn't.
think.
This isn't like the list of games like I hope come out in 2024. This is the most anticipated games of 2024. All right, so better fucking come
Right,
out.
that's true. All right,
All
fair
right,
enough.
Yeah. Okay. So what?
So the first
what
one's
gets
that
you
good,
pumped
eh?
about
Dude,
it?
that-
Yeah,
Dude. Oh, so good. Sorry, I just blew my load all over my fucking computer just thinking about it.
Oh god.
Why? What is?
You guys
what
have
can
to
this
play
game
it.
bring?
You guys have to play it.
I've only played episode 1. I've played episode 1 of
10 out of 10 on
'cause
Steam.
it came out in. Do you remember it came out in like it didn't come out all at the same time. It was like episodic.
Exactly, yeah.
I think there was only one episode when I played it, and I really liked the first one. But when it's episodic, man, I don't know. I usually lose interest before the next episode.
I don't know.
comes
You guys
out.
like the fucking role playing elements of like picking like the dialogue in Baldur's Gate a lot, so I don't know why you guys.
I'm
wouldn't
sure I would
it,
like this.
You know?
I like the Fable aspect of it, like the whole
Yeah.
like
Fairy tale thing?
the fairy tale people
Yeah.
living in like a regular city. It's
like a
cool
grim
for
fairy
sure, no
tale
doubt
kinda.
about it. Yeah, the art style is it looks amazing.
Yeah, I love the cell shade. Really
But
good.
Isn't it just like another, like, just play the story game? Like, what's this bringing to the table?
A good story.
Right. That's what you're looking
Yeah.
for? Like, you're just looking for, like, a good story?
That's what you liked The
in a
Last of Us
game
too.
kinda
That's why,
Yeah, but I mean, Last of Us 2 offers a lot of
I'm
great
there
things.
for the gameplay, friend. For Last of Us,
What?
I'm there for the gameplay.
You guys don't want to know about
gameplay.
Ellie and
Of course. I'm there for all of it.
Wow.
John, whatever. You guys have your own.
John just likes.
We should do it. We should do an episode on Last of Us. I would love it, man. An episode on Last of Us Part 2.
Oh my god.
Last of Us and then Last of Us Part
Just
2.
bring back the
Let's
debate.
we gotta
Yeah.
cover all the remakes too.
Oh boy.
The remasters coming out next
Oh
month.
man.
Oh my god. Yeah. What a joke.
What?
That's a surprising pick. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it looks like it could be good, but we know the studios and develop like they are not what they were before, man. They had so many projects back in the days. Remember they had like Game of Thrones.
Can I admit something?
Yeah, Walking Dead. What's
I
that?
only picked it because you guys already picked Dragon's Dogma 2, and I didn't want
Is your joke?
Really?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma is your most
Yes.
anticipated game. You could have still
I
said
know,
it.
but
We
like
can talk
it,
more about
it ruins
Dragon's
the whole
Dogma.
Yeah.
fucking suspense of it.
Cody picked Final Fantasy VII Remake or Rebirth before
I know. I'm
I
just
did.
trying to
I
keep
still,
this show fucking entertaining. Okay.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay, fuck the Wolf Among Us.
No, tell us about Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah,
man.
tell us what you
tell
think
us
about Dragon's
Dude,
Dogma.
about your real.
Oh man,
yeah, let's hear what you actually.
The combat looks fucking awesome. If they can improve on the combat alone, it's gonna be game of the year.
Do you care about it? I don't know why. Do you care about it having kind of like
It still looks the
Witcher type of storyline or something like that? Would you care about that, or do you just want to fight things?
man. I'm mostly there for the combat, man. Like I really do not. I don't
Yeah.
really know what the fuck happened in the first one, but I still loved it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
You're not here for
the
the story.
combat, like is so. It feels so like intelligent. You know what I mean? It feels
Yeah.
so much more advanced than anything else that I've played. Especially when it came out, you know what I mean? Like in the original, like you're scaling fucking monsters and shit. Like you're fucking climbing like a giant and stabbing it in its eye to fucking like blind
Yeah.
it. And then you're getting your
Yeah.
party members to fucking like cast spells and shit. It feels like you're in a fucking, oh man, it's like, it's so cool. So if they can bring that magic back and make it even better, man, fuck yeah.
Nothing. Very few games gave me the same feeling as when you're like mounting a griffin, and it just flies up in the air like hundreds of freaking
And you're just like
meters in the
stabbing
air.
it and fucking,
And you're still. And you're like, oh my god, man! I fall from
I'm
here,
dead,
I'm
man.
dead. You know, like it's
yeah,
sick.
There's
It's
a lot of
cool.
stakes, man. Like it's not a very, it's not a very forgiving game either. Like once you die, like you're fucked pretty much.
They really took that part of Monster Hunter, like of course there's like the fodder, just the regular goblins, and they don't have to think about it too much. But the big monsters, it is like fighting a monster in Monster Hunter because they have like patterns and like behaviors. They run away and things like that. So I like how they took that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you
from
can't
it.
just swing your sword and like fucking shoot it with like your bow and arrow until it dies. Like you actually have to think about how you're gonna
Yeah.
fucking take it on.
Yeah. The most fun though I had with Dragon's Dogma is I made an assassin's class, and one of the abilities of the assassin is like being able to increase your stats if you solo it.
Yeah.
Like if you don't bring anybody with you and you just solo the game, and it was a
Oh,
blast, man. I had so much fun just like soloing the entire game as
I
an
know,
assassin.
yeah. That was a lot of fun, I agree.
Yeah. And Capcom doesn't miss, right?
No.
Not recently. They've done really well.
Nothing
They
but
do not
bangers,
miss.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as game studios go at the moment, I think Capcom is
Number one.
right up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number one. Right? Wow, Rain and Resident Evil super fan. So
What's number one then?
I would be happy if I only had Capcom games.
Me
for the rest
too,
of my
man.
life.
Me too.
Well, wouldn't it be From Software?
From Software is great, but it doesn't have the variety
Yeah.
Capcom has.
It's like
man.
one
Variety.
game every
Yeah.
like 5 years now. So
And Capcom has the fighting game covered. They have the RPG covered. They've got the freaking hunting game
Yeah.
covered. They've got the survival horror game
Dude,
covered. Man,
all
not,
bases
man.
are
I would
covered.
be happy.
I get you.
They're
I get
crazy.
you.
Capcom's nuts.
If they can do Devil May Cry proper again,
oh man,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
then I suppose
you're right.
I mean, yeah, we all kind of like DMC
No,
5.
not really.
No, it was a good game. It was a good game. You didn't like it? I thought it was a really good game. But
It was okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Rainen. Like it was
I wish.
fun
Yeah.
When you're Dante, exactly.
That's
it.
It was a blast when
Fucking
you're
everyone
Dante.
else sucks, man. Virgil or not a Virgil. Fucking V sucks. Fucking
I like the idea of V. V, it's cool. Like it's cool, but it's not. It's just like when you're controlling the monsters. Remember
Yeah.
that you're like you had like a bird and you had your panther
no,
thing.
but
and,
it just feels like I'm playing.
like it's kind of cool having a mage. It was cool having like
It
a
feels
mage
like I'm just playing a
character.
guy from fucking
Yeah.
Hot Topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little disconnected. It wasn't the right style for those
Yeah,
games.
especially for who that
Those games
character
need to
really
be
is.
like,
You know what I mean?
yeah, they need to
Yeah.
be like straight gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you guys didn't play the special edition, but you can play as Virgil, and Virgil's
I
he's
hate.
crazy.
Can
He's
I
really
say
good.
something about fucking
What?
Devil
No.
May Cry? I hate
What are
how
you gonna-
they always like make Virgil like a fucking afterthought. You know?
Of course. He's
He's always an afterthought. He's like, you can play him when you beat the game, like in a non-canon
Yeah.
way, and like, well, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
like Virgil's such an interesting character. They never use any. He's always the final fucking fight in every goddamn fucking. You
Yeah.
know, like do something cool with Virgil, man.
You don't like how they give you like an intro cutscene, and then you play the entire same game you
I
played
know, and
before
like, wow,
with Virgil,
okay.
and then you get an ending.
I know, like
cutscene.
that
And
was Final
that's it.
Fantasy IV, like
Yeah.
in a nutshell, pretty much. Or fucking Devil May Cry 4 in a nutshell. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 4.
Even though
I
I did kind of enjoy that game, I'm not gonna lie.
I think three's the best.
Three,
though. Like without question,
easily.
three's the best.
Without
Yeah,
question.
three's like the best campaign. With
Easily.
no question about it. Yeah. All right, so that's Raina's most anticipated game. Is there all right? And then the only other thing I want to talk about is the honorable mentions.
All right.
I don't know what Cody's on about. I really don't, man. This 2024 is stacked. So I didn't want to count this, but of course I think we're gonna get. I don't know if you guys want to count it, but Elden Ring,
Oh yeah.
the Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Yeah.
I think we're probably gonna get it next year. I think it's gonna be probably substantial.
Yeah,
since it's
okay,
been
well,
like
that's
2
exciting.
years.
That's not like
Yeah.
a new game though.
It's not a new
I
game,
mean,
but it's gonna
it
be.
might feel like a new game, honestly.
Depends
We'll
what they
see.
do with it. Yeah, yeah. I think they do good DLCs. We like their
Oh, yeah.
DLCs. I
Oh,
think the Dark Souls 3 DLC we just brought it up to like 11, man. It just it was already a
There's
great
two
game, and then
DLCs.
you played both
Yeah.
DLCs. They were so well done.
They were.
Yeah. So we have that for for honorable
Okay.
mentions. Besides that, I have to Unicorn Overlord.
Okay, I
man.
knew
I
you
have
were
to
gonna bring
shout
up
out
the
man.
stupid
You
fucking
have
game.
Overlord. Okay,
that's-
let me fucking look this up real quick.
Yeah, just go into YouTube and type in Unicorn Overlord, and you'll recognize immediately what we're dealing with here.
Okay, hold on. Oh boy. Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of anime shit.
Very scantily clad.
Vanilla Ware.
women.
Vanillaware is back, man.
Oh
long-
my
the
god!
long
I'm surprised
return.
this isn't your number one. You sick fuck.
Wow.
I'm excited for it,
You
but
thought you were being sly by sneaking this one in
Yeah.
at the end.
What?
This is John's true
So-
fucking number one, man.
this
Yeah.
one's gonna be more like this style of game is like more like almost like Fire Emblem, or it's like a strategy game, right? So I love Vanillaware, but I wanted, of course, a new Dragon Crown style. That's what my number one wish was, a new Dragon Crown style game. But I'll take it, man. I'll take the strategy Fire Emblem kind of looking game for sure. Yeah.
Right.
So
what's the draw here? Is it just because it's Vanillaware, or like,
No,
what is this bringing?
what's this bringing? It's just gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a fun strategy game, man. They make they have of course the awesome art style, but like I think the gameplay looks like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like we like strategy games like Fire Emblem and stuff, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be good. All right, so that's all I have to say about that one. I was just, I know you guys are just like entertaining me here. You guys don't give a damn.
I'm kind of
What?
intrigued.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
We play Dragon Crown with you. We
In all seriousness,
All right,
John, I think
another one.
I'm excited for it too. All right.
Yeah, let's see. Let's wait and see. Another one. You guys
You have
don't
another
care,
one?
but I think I'm gonna get into Tekken 8.
Okay.
I think I'm
all
gonna
right,
get
Cody,
into
let's hear
Tekken.
yours.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, go on.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, you guys don't care
no,
about
let's hear
Tekken,
it.
but I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Why Tekken 8 when you have Street
Yeah.
Fighter 6?
Street Fighter 6 is the pinnacle of 2D
2D.
fighting game. Tekken is the pinnacle of 3D fighting game. So I have to get Tekken.
What?
As simple as that. They brought a lot of my favorite characters back.
Well, let's
So,
name 3 of them.
I skipped.
Name 3 of
What?
them.
All right, Zafina.
That's a made up name.
She's great.
I don't
No,
know who the fuck
That's a
you're
made up name. No one
Who the hell is
exists
that?
by that name.
The character from the Middle East or something. I don't know, she's a great character.
Middle
Really more-
East.
but whatever. You guys don't
controversial.
care. You guys don't care, but Tekken 8 is. I think it's gonna be really. It's coming out next month too, so that's pretty great. And do you guys have any things we didn't mention?
I got a couple, but I'll hear Cody's. If he's got any.
Man, dude, I think I'm tapped
That's
out.
it? That's all you got?
Like, I mean, all Persona 3, like that'll be cool.
It's gonna be really good.
Yeah, like that'll be cool. Aside from that, I'm just kind of looking at a list here of fucking
Metaphor?
things. Which one?
Metaphor?
Metaphor.
What the hell's that?
That's what it's called. It's made by the Persona team. It's
Oh, yeah, no, I'm
I
not
don't
excited for that at all.
know.
Okay,
Not excited
I
for
don't know
that
what that is.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at a list of things that
Yeah.
are set to be released.
You know what's really weird? Well, it's not weird. We know why, but there's really nothing on Switch, eh?
Yeah,
There
that's
hasn't
what I've
been for a
noticed
long
here.
time.
Like,
The
what's
Switch-
coming up.
Yeah. As much as like this year had Mario Wonders and Zelda and Pikmin, right? So I think for people who really enjoy playing on Switch, it was a pretty good year actually. But that being said, but it doesn't really. 2024 looks pretty barren There's like a Peach game or something coming out.
He said my fucking
But-
honorable mention.
But like, there's not really. I think it's because the new system's imminent, man.
I think so,
You
too.
think so?
I think it's gonna come out like early next year or mid next year.
Yeah.
And what would you guys want on that?
Well, they have to have something big to launch with it.
Where the hell is Metroid Prime 4?
Yeah.
Where the hell is Metroid
Remember
Prime
that
4?
they had a fucking title font come out like
Let
8
me
years
see.
ago.
Let me see when we saw the title font. When did
Holy
that come out?
moly.
We've had this title font for 6 years. And then E3 2017. Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be the one if they're gonna do it.
That would push systems, I think.
You'd think.
No.
No.
People have kind of forgot about Metroid Prime at this point. Dude, you can pre-order Metroid Prime. Do you know that?
No, you
can
can?
pre-order Metroid Prime 4. That means it has to be coming out at some point.
What kind of fool would pre-order something that doesn't even have any, like, it has a logo on it?
Oh, maybe
logo.
not anymore. Maybe they had pre-orders, but not anymore.
Man,
That's crazy.
You say
They're-
that,
they're-
but people fucking pre-ordered fucking what was that game? On Steam.
Oh, the day before or whatever?
Oh, man.
That situation's crazy. Like, the studio closed down.
Shit happens, man.
From what I understand, I think Steam is like refunding people.
It's like mass refunded, yeah. And they
That's pretty cool of them to do. Like that, we're like, no, we're just
they
gonna
could have
refund
just
everybody.
walked away from it, but they were like, all right, fine.
Steam has really great like customer
They do.
service.
The best.
They let you refund after 2 hours. Like PlayStation, man, you can't
Fuck no.
refund
Absolutely
anything.
not.
Man.
You have to you have to jump through fucking
Steam-
hoops to get your fucking refund, man.
You gotta call customer service, beg
Please,
them. Like they'll be like,
please.
oh, you got one chance. That's it. But Steam, you could try anything for like 2 hours and they don't, no questions asked,
Yeah,
man.
it's cool.
It's awesome. So besides, is that all? Yeah. So Nintendo doesn't really have much to say because of probably they're getting a new system next year. Sony, I feel, is pretty quiet as well. Right after Spider-Man, there's a Helldiver game which could be fun, but there's not much, eh?
Yeah, I mean, aren't they? Yeah, they're re-releasing Thousand Year Door.
Oh, that's Nintendo.
Paper Mario.
Yeah,
Paper Mario.
You're gonna pay full price for that?
No. Man, it's just
Mario
like,
or fucking Nintendo loves doing that. Oh,
I mean,
people
everybody
love
is,
this
but-
game.
Yeah, they really are.
Let's
Yeah, they really are.
re-release it again.
Yeah, it's
Full
hard to get
price.
excited for a lot of these re-releases. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's what I mean, guys. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of these other little JRPGs and stuff that John's excited for. But I mean, I'm not seeing big heavy hitters. You know,
The heavy
like,
hitters.
there's no Naughty Dog. You know,
I love how you say
You know,
Naughty
like-
Dog is one of the heavy hitters. That's
man,
funny.
okay, you shut up, dude. You know, an Uncharted game or a Last of Us game would be absolutely massive.
Big, massive, dumb.
You know. But you know, like where is the, you know, we don't, I mean, you know, you said Elden Ring DLC. Is that all FromSoft is doing? Like, what else is going on?
Yeah.
You know, these are the developers I'm interested in. You know.
Yeah. Can it,
From
you know,
Software is pretty big. You'd imagine they're working.
they gotta
on
be.
something
Yeah,
else as well.
Miyazaki
Yeah,
is like
they got something in the
Yeah.
pipeline.
Remember, at one point they were releasing a game a year, man.
Yeah, it was like crazy. I feel like we're getting longer gaps now since Elden Ring.
Yeah, but before they did kind of like those yearly releases, there was a bit of a gap before that, like a shorter one, if I remember correctly. Because let's see, I'm trying to think here. Dark Souls 2 and 1, or Dark Souls 1 and 2 had a bit of a gap, right?
Yeah.
And then we got Dark Souls 2, and then maybe a year later we got Bloodborne. And then I think we had a bit of a gap again. And then
For
we
Dark
got like
Souls 3.
after Dark Souls, after Bloodborne we got a bit of a gap, and we got Dark Souls 3, and then Sekiro, and so I think they're definitely working on something else for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's yeah. So, you know, aside from the ones we mentioned, I think 2024 it could be a good year again. It's just hard to follow up 2023. 2023
It's stacked.
It's unreal.
been nuts.
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah.
ridiculous. The amount of quality and quantity, top to bottom, indies, you know, AAA, or you know what is now considered AAA. You know,
Yeah.
like I guess we would consider any release from Larian Studios maybe a AAA game.
It is now.
Yeah.
You know, right? Like so that's kind of interesting. Or you know the team behind Alan Wake and stuff, right?
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, I guess it was like Nintendo and Insomniac and a few others that didn't succeed quite as much. But it's not. Yeah, there's no. It's just hard to follow. So I think 2024 might not be as good as 2023. Probably. I can't see it.
I think you're forgetting one important game, Cody.
Yeah.
From 2023?
2024.
2024?
Yep, you are.
Yeah.
What, Final Fantasy
Nope.
7?
We recovered that.
What are you guys saying?
Dragon Age. Red
Oh.
Wolf.
Oh.
Dude, Dragon Age isn't coming out next year.
Oh, I was gonna say Skull and Bones. I thought you were doing a Skull and Bones bit.
Oh my god.
Dragon Age?
Dragon Age.
Man,
Red Wolf.
That's what it's called, Dreadwolf?
That's a
Red
badass
Wolf.
name
Man.
for like such a mediocre piece of
I think
shit
it- I
game.
think-
It's so desperate. That is, it just screams desperation.
It's way too cool of a name for
I
it.
mean-
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Red Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not coming out next year.
It
No,
might. It probably won't.
It will not. It
No
will not.
fucking
I
way.
assure you.
It
I bet all my
If
fucking
ever.
pepperoni that it's not fucking coming out next year.
Dragon Age, man. What a forgotten franchise.
Yeah. Is there anything from 2023 that you guys wanted to play that you haven't played yet? Because there was no way to keep up with all of it.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of games, actually.
Yeah.
One that pops in my head immediately is Sea of
Oh, yeah.
Stars.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Never got a chance to play that. I'd like to. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Looks like it might scratch that like Golden Sun itch.
I'm all Golden Sun, man. Speaking my language.
Yeah. What else? Now there's so many. It's hard to think. I never got to play Armor Core.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
You
That's
guys
a
had
really
a lot
good
of
one.
fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That one. For me, there's going to be a longer list. Maybe your guys' ones you missed on would be more interesting.
I did start playing one that I came out this year that, oh man, I can't believe I almost skipped on it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lies of
What?
P, man.
Lies of
P. I
Lies
started
of
playing
PP.
it. Yeah. So the game has like a demo that you can play on PS5. I don't know if it's on other systems, and you can play like a couple hours of the game or something like that. So I started playing it. I'm like, if I like it, maybe I'll get it. I'll buy it on PlayStation, and yeah. So I started playing the demo, and then I assumed wrongly, but a lot of games are like that nowadays, where I could transfer my progress over to the full game. And like I'm playing this game and I'm having a freaking blast, man. It's great. And then I get to a certain point and then I look it up and then it's like, no, you can't transfer your save over. So what I end up doing is I look up Game Pass and I looked up they have you know those kind of like websites where you can get like discount keys and stuff like that. I just like Googled like Game Pass like discount and I subscribed to Game Pass for 1 month. Like for like less than like $6.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been playing it on PC and it's running buttery smooth and it's a pretty great game, man.
Right?
For $6, I'm getting this on. It's awesome.
Okay.
So, like compared to like your most recent from Soft experience, like how does this game compare?
Dude, I will say that like we've played a lot of From Software games. I mean, we've all collectively played a lot of like
Thousands
Souls
of
games.
hours, man.
So many hours
More
into
than
Souls
anything.
games. But this is like probably the first time where I'm just like this is pretty like convincingly like it feels like a From Software game, man. For the one thing is like so far like I wouldn't say that I'm like too surprised by anything of the game. Like graphically it looks beautiful. It's the music's really good. The story is very intriguing. It feels like that is one thing I will say compared to From Software games. It feels like the story is more like at the forefront and it's pretty interesting. You're like it's based on like Pinocchio. If you've like seen
tell me a little more about that. Like, what's so cool about Pinocchio? Like, I don't like. What's
Is
the
he a
lore
real
there?
boy or is he a puppet?
So the best way, it's hard to explain this kind of the world they're in, but it's kind of like they take the Pinocchio kind of like story, but they make it so that like so Geppetto, I guess, is the creator of Pinocchio, right, from like the original story. But he didn't just create Pinocchio, it seems. So they live in like this city where they use machines or puppets, they call them, quite a bit, like to do a lot of like the like maybe manual work and like entertainment and stuff like that. And it's pretty much those robots like turning bad and like killing people in the city.
Okay.
And like for whatever reason, Pinocchio seems to be. They haven't called him Pinocchio, but I'm assuming it's him. For whatever reason, he didn't turn like the other ones did. And like, it's, you're going through the city and you're you're going to like the factories and these different environments trying to figure out what the hell is happening.
Okay.
It's the game it reminds me the most of is Bloodborne. It feels like you're in the same
Bloodborne?
you're in the same time period as like something like Bloodborne. It feels like the same kind of vibe. But the combat is also kind of has like that aggressiveness that Bloodborne does, because you have like your Estises, kind of like you have your Estus flask. The way it works in this one is like when you use up all your Estus flask, if you keep attacking your enemy, it fills out a bar and it restores you an Estus.
That's a cool system.
So it kind of makes it so that you are kind of a bit more aggressive. But so far, I will say I'm not having the toughest time with it, like in terms of like difficulty. Like I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, like I played the game originally, the demo, and then I wasn't able to transfer my file over. But replaying it on PC, the parts that I already done, I beat all those bosses the first try the second time. Like it's kind of one of those games where you figure out the patterns and stuff, and you do so much. You run through the first areas so much more quickly when you know everything. Yeah. But 100% you guys would love it. You guys would have a good time with it. It's just, I guess, if you're in the mood for that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you're really craving playing a Soulsborne game, cuz especially like someone like Rainin, you've gone through From Software games so many times, like maybe you want to see like a different way of doing things, I guess. If that makes, you know what I mean? Like so like instead of like playing Bloodborne for the 100th time, you want to see something different. That's where I would recommend it, but I just don't know yet if it's like it's quite at the level, right? It might be better than some From Software games. It's possible. It could be better than 2? It could be better than Dark Souls 2. We'll see. It remains to be seen. It's possible.
Easily.
Yeah. But yeah, it's great. For sure, Game Pass, no brainer. If you have Game Pass or you get a deal on Game Pass, you guys would really like it for sure.
I'll definitely keep it on my radar.
Yeah. But yeah, besides that, the other Octopath 2 I wanted to try out.
Okay.
That looks pretty good.
That's a good one.
Jedi Survivor I want to get to, but I gotta beat the first one. I gotta go. I'm not gonna just jump into this one. I gotta go back and finish Jedi Fallen Order first.
All right, well, if you must, I guess.
You know, I don't like to just jump into. Do you have any interest in that one, Cody, in Jedi Survivor?
I'm telling you guys, people are sleeping
0.
on this game, man. It was a great game.
I heard it's great. I heard it runs like crap.
Well, it's only
that's what I've heard.
It's not very optimized very well for the PC, obviously, as a lot of games are.
What
PS5.
are you playing it on? Okay, now PS5
I had no
is
problems
good.
with that on PS5. I was confused. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, it runs great for me.
One thing I will say about PS5 is you're pretty safe with most games you buy.
Yeah, you're never getting fucked over.
You know what I mean? Like with PC and especially like Switch, man. For Switch, if I'm buying anything on Switch, I have to look it up immediately. Like I have to make sure like I'm not getting like I don't know, like
man,
a 10 frames
Pokemon
per
crashed
second.
on me just the
dice,
other
like the
day, man.
ports.
Yeah,
Did it?
yeah, Pokemon did.
Oh my god.
Pokemon.
The new one
my
or whatever.
God.
That's
crazy.
the state of things right now.
Well, it just goes to show how big of a piece of shit the fucking Switch is, man.
It's just
Like,
old.
I think it's a cool system. I really do. Like if I look back on it,
Yeah, my
there was some
Joy-Cons
good
still
stuff,
don't
man.
work.
Like,
Yeah, the drift.
No,
man.
one Joy-Con just does not work anymore.
fucking-
There's not even drift anymore.
Oh.
Just past that now.
do you not use
I use my
the
Pro. That's the only
controller?
thing I can use. That's why I bought it.
And my Pro controller has been great.
It's
I don't know
amazing. I
about yours,
love it.
but mine's been. It doesn't have drift.
It's the best
eh?
controller I own.
It really is. Like I love the Pro controller, but I just feel like Switch is just on its last like it's almost over, right? It's but it had a good run. Like you know, some like it more. I think Cody, you had a
Cody loves the
had a
Switch.
pure Switch. You know, you had a good time.
I like the Switch. I still don't think I've played mine as much as you guys.
Wow.
Like
really?
I know Astrid has obviously put more hours on Switch than any of us
Easily.
combined.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
Just with her,
she loves
with her
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
So random. She got Splatoon 3, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Does she
Yeah, that was,
prefer
like, on
Splatoon
release.
3 over for Splatoon 2? Is that...
It's the same game.
The Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 of Splatoon.
Yeah, I mean, so she likes them the same, I suppose.
Yeah. No preference. It's like the exact same.
It's pretty much the same exact
That's
thing.
funny.
But no, yeah, like Switch, I think is It's had a really good run. I think when you think about successful Nintendo consoles, it's gotta be, I don't know, I'd probably rank it fourth best Nintendo console.
Like out of if you just mean like how much you've liked it compared
No,
to
like
the whole
I'd
time.
say overall, maybe myself, but like I think, you know, for being objective, it might be. I think it's probably the fourth best Nintendo console ever released. I don't think sales wise it's probably better than that, but I think
much
when
better.
for us, you know, because we've playing Nintendo for so long,
Yeah,
I would argue, you know, you got to rank the Cube, the 64, and the Super Nintendo higher.
right. Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's right there. It's better than the Wii.
Well,
It's better than the Wii U.
Wait, it's so much better than the Wii. And
Right,
Wii
like
U.
it dunks on those things. So
would
it is a
would you
return to
classify
form.
like a handheld in the same regard as a console? If you're talking Nintendo?
Oh, you talking about the?
Yeah,
You're
if you're talking about
DS?
DS, like Game Boy Advance, SP.
Yeah, it gets weird, man. I consider Switch a console because I don't like playing it handheld.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me,
I know that's a feature, but-
I prefer playing it on TV, but I like being able to switch. I like being able to switch. I like being able to do that.
Yeah, I do too, if
it's
I
cool.
could actually do it. You know what I mean?
For the right game, you know, certain games I prefer to play on the TV, like the Zelda,
Easily.
for example.
Zelda is just you want that on your TV for sure.
But you know, Fire Emblem, I'll play that on portable.
Yeah,
Or Octopath or something like that. You know,
yeah, it's a good fit.
one
for
of those
that.
more like Game Boy-esque JRPGs.
The screen feels so small
You know,
too.
Yeah.
that
Do you
kind
want
of,
them
like-
to do that again? You say that and you're playing on your Mii.
I know, but the funny thing is, when I'm playing my Mii U, it's like it feels like it was made for the screen. When I'm playing on my Switch, I'm like, fuck, this is so. Like compared to the TV, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, like I'm squinting,
you'd
looking at
rather
the
play on
fucking
TV.
screen and like trying to read what it says.
It's also heavy to hold.
It's not very comfortable.
Yeah,
Not very
that's what I mean.
ergonomic.
You compare it's too big these days to be as handheld as it used to be back in those consoles or portable systems were back in the days. But at the same time, you kind of want the premium, like the big screen as well. You know what I mean? Like, because you don't want to lose out on what you're seeing on TV. So it's like a hard balance to get right.
Yeah.
Would you guys? Is that what you guys want out of a Switch 2 for it to be like the same concept? Like you can play it on TV and then have it portable. Yeah.
I guess they'll probably do it either way. I
Yeah,
mean,
they have
but
to. It's such
You know
a
what I
success.
really want for
Yeah.
the Switch 2? For the fucking Joy-Cons to like actually fucking work.
yeah. Just I want a fucking proper.
You know?
I agree.
I don't even want to think about how many
I
Joy-Cons have
never
you guys had
replaced
in here?
mine. I
I don't wanna
refused.
think.
I
I've never.
refused.
You never
seen
did?
either.
I did. I
out of
replaced
spite,
it
I
plenty of times.
refused to fucking buy more fucking Joy-Cons. I'm like,
Yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna
that's
get
fair.
something that
I've had
fucking
4.
works, and I got the Pro controller, and it was the best investment I ever made.
Yeah,
I think I got the Pro last. Like after all the nonsense, I'm like, I'm just gonna get the Pro. I can't do this anymore.
that was what's so
can't do-
funny is like I think it was last Christmas I wanted a Pro controller.
Yeah.
And then Astrid got me like she didn't know that there was only one Pro controller. So she got
Right.
this like aftermarket thing. You guys seen it? It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
white and green, and blue.
Yeah,
And she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, it looks so pretty," and it's like $30, right? And I was
Right.
like, oh, this isn't it. Funnily
not-
enough, though,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, fine. Let's just roll with this thing. It's the preferred
Exactly.
controller because all
You
of the
like-
Joy-Cons have drift.
Oh my god.
And this fucking dinky aftermarket thing, it's not that bad.
Compared to
Actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no Pro controller, but I mean it's you know, the cost of 2 Joy-Cons is what, $90
For some,
or something.
I don't understand
Exactly.
why.
They're really expensive.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So the aftermarket one's actually pretty good value. But that's my main thing too. If they just sort out the controller problems, because Nintendo games, you know, if it's like Super Mario or Zelda, they control so well,
They do, yeah.
and or Super Smash or Mario Kart,
Metroid.
it all feels great. Metroid, yeah. There's nothing worse when the controller just doesn't want to fucking do what you want it to do.
Yeah.
So, and that's frustrating. It's prevented me from wanting
me
to play
too.
the Switch sometimes.
I can't
Yeah,
even.
that's
I
a
can't even
big
play
thing.
Pokemon Let's Go. Do you guys know that?
No.
Oh no!
Because the Joy-Cons. I
Because
have to have a Joy-Con
Joy-Cons?
for it to play.
What is it?
I can't even
you're not
catch
able
Pokemon
to play
with
it
the Pro
on.
controller.
Oh my god.
Isn't that
That's
horrible, man?
awful.
I'm limited by my fucking
Wait,
games
how
now
can you
because
not-
of the fucking Joy-Cons.
How can you not play with the
Because it doesn't have
because of the motion.
like
They wanted to push that stupid gimmick
you know,
so
like you have
bad,
to like
man.
flick the Joy-Con to like catch Pokemon and shit. Like you're throwing a Pokeball.
The Pro controller can't flick.
Yeah,
What a disgrace.
That's so weird.
The game
man,
is
the
a
Switch is a fucking
man.
disgrace.
That's crazy.
man.
No. You have to admit, it was like compared to the Wii U, it was a great turnaround. There.
Yeah, oh yeah. We use.
Well, yeah. I mean, compared to the Wii U, anything is fucking better.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We use like
The
the
Switch
weirdest console ever.
2 will be much better. I know it will be.
For sure, yeah.
So
I wonder if it's. I don't think it'll be as powerful as.
Man, they're working with NVIDIA though.
We'll see. That's
What
true.
if they blow our
I hope
fucking
it's like- I
minds?
would
Man?
love
What if
a
it's
PS
better than everything on the fucking
I would
market?
Dude, if Nintendo comes out with their next console and it's like
Ray
4K
tracing.
PS5 level fucking, oh my god. If they do that, dude, everybody else
Dude, I
fucking
will
just
suck.
kill
I will
yourself.
suck their dick if they
Nintendo's
fucking
back.
do that, man. I swear.
Nintendo's back. That is disgusting.
but can you see Nintendo like caring about that? You know those features.
Dude,
you know what I
Metroid
mean?
Prime 4 though. If
For
that
Metroid
thing,
Prime 4, they might try.
yeah,
but
if that thing comes out looking like fucking Demon Souls, oh mama. dude.
Let's be honest though.
Yeah,
They
I
just
don't
fucking
know, man.
released
I
Mario, and that's it, man. So who cares?
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
imagine because I know that they don't care about that like Sony does. You know, they don't care about having the freaking you seeing every hair on freaking Mario's mustache or something. Like it's not their
Yeah, because kids are
priorities,
playing this.
I
Kids
just
don't care.
exactly. They really don't. It's gonna look like Wonders or Odyssey kind of has like stylized look.
Yeah.
So, but it would be it's good for third parties. So, like you can actually buy third party games on Switch, even though you're probably
I
better
know,
off
man.
doing it on
The amount
PS5
of
or PC.
fucking shovelware and like fucking like weird, creepy like hentai games I see on the Switch is fucking absurd, man.
They have
care.
zero
I don't care
like
what they put on the fucking
They
Switch.
don't
store,
care,
man.
like-
It's crazy.
like
It's a Wild West.
oh my god, man! You could not get away with that back in the days, man. Back in the days, there was like a standard. They would be like, you cannot
Yeah, this is
release
smut.
this on
What the
their
fuck
system.
you doing?
know? But now it's like, now it's like,
It's like
it's
hentai
unbelievable
warrior,
the stuff you
indie
see on
Big
developers,
Booba,
man.
Big Booba 2 fucking releasing on the Switch, man. I'm like, what the hell?
Do you not care if kids go on the store and see this? Like,
Man,
what's up?
Kids just find this shit everywhere nowadays anyway, man. They can't escape it, man. There's not enough antivirus and fucking safe search filters to protect them. There's nothing.
Yeah.
You can't protect kids now, man.
Yeah,
It's fucking brutal.
It is, yeah.
it really is.
So I mean, God, yeah, they're gonna see shit on the Switch.
Out of
store.
all the things.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put filters on it as a parent, I think, right?
Oh,
On the
can you?
Switch.
Okay, like a parental controller. Or
I don't know if that
something, or-
stops them from
Oh,
seeing
man.
certain games, like Big Booba 2.
Kids are smart, man. They'll
On the
figure it out.
fucking- Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, kids are like savants with their devices by like
Right?
3 years old. So
All right. Yeah, so I think collectively there is still I know Cody's a bit down on next year, but collectively I think we talked about some pretty cool looking games. So I think 2024 might not be 2023 level, but I think it remains to be seen. It
Yeah,
could
there
still
might be
a
some
really good
sleeper
year for
hits
sure.
that just fucking bang,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, there might be stuff we don't know about.
for
like,
sure.
Something that happened last year was I know you guys don't love Hi-Fi Rush, but Hi-Fi Rush was announced and came out the
That's
same
right.
day. You know, yeah. So we could have something like that where it's like just a what do you call it? A surprise drop of like a great game.
Yeah,
Like
it could
that.
be like
Could
a Mega
happen.
Drive that just gets
happen.
released that day. You know what I mean?
Or was it
Was
the,
it the Saturn or
something?
some fucking Sega console? They
That is
released it the
crazy.
same
Yeah,
day.
they were just like,
it's
oh.
out now.
That is,
What a
can you
flop.
imagine the frenzy that would happen if Nintendo did
Like,
that or
what?
something now? The Switch 2, you can get
I
it
know.
today, right now. People would freaking lose
It's
their
just
minds.
terrible marketing, though. It's just
It didn't work.
I know.
from a sales standpoint.
Everyone who like
it's
went to the store, they're like,
I think
"Where the
they-
fuck is the Saturn?" They're like, "What? What do you mean? Like I heard it's out now."
the planet. You
Like,
fucking
what?
idiot.
They were desperate. The Sega was desperate at the time. Some good
Yeah.
games we talked about today.
For
Yeah.
sure. So I guess we'll reconvene in the new year.
Yeah, you guys have a good new year, and we'll record next week.
All right. Well, thank you for
sounds
listening
good.
to the
Yeah.
Respect Me podcast.
Yeah.
I am your host,
Rainin,
Rainin, with my friend John, my other friend Cody, and I hope everyone has a wonderful new year.
All right, happy new year.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out.